The night everything unraveled. The glowing digits on the dashboard read 8:47 p.m. as I slowly pulled into the driveway, my hands gripping the wheel tighter than necessary. My chest ached with nerves. I had told my husband, Daniel, that I was staying late at work, some made-up client emergency that would sound believable enough. But the truth was far messier than that. I had spent the evening with someone else, a colleague named Evan. It wasn't supposed to mean anything. At least that's what I kept telling myself. Just a harmless dinner, a couple of drinks, some flirtatious banter that blurred the professional line. Nothing serious, right? Still, as I sat in the car and stared at the warm light glowing from our living room window, guilt clung to me like fog. I shut off the ignition and took a deep breath. In the rearview mirror, I adjusted my hair and practiced the excuse I had settled on. Last-minute meeting. Heavy traffic. Sorry, love. I stepped out into the cool night air, but the breeze did nothing to soothe the storm churning inside me. When I opened the front door, Daniel was sitting on the couch, laptop in front of him, but his eyes were already on me. They didn't hold rage. Worse, they held calm. A quiet, deliberate calm that made my skin prickle. "Late night?" he asked, his tone level. "Yeah, sorry," I replied, forcing a tired smile. "We had a sudden project drop. Traffic was hell." He nodded slowly, gaze steady. "Sounds exhausting." "It was," I mumbled, placing my bag by the door and making my way toward the kitchen. "I'm starving. Did you eat already?" "I waited," he said, rising to his feet and following me with slow, deliberate steps. "But I'm guessing you already had dinner. Maybe at that cozy little Italian place downtown. With Evan." Froze. My hand hovered above the fridge handle. Blood drained from my face. What are you talking about?" He leaned back against the counter, arms crossed, voice no longer calm, just cold. "You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know you've been with him." My heartbeat roared in my ears. "Daniel, it's not. Don't." His voice was sharp now. "Just don't lie to me again. I've known for weeks, Lila." I stared at him, my mouth dry. "How?" "I saw your messages. The emails. And tonight I followed you." The world seemed to tilt. "You followed me." "I had to," he snapped, his voice shaking with restrained fury. "I needed to see it with my own eyes. And now I have." Tears welled up. My voice trembled. "Daniel, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. It was a mistake. A horrible..." He cut me off with a humorless laugh. "A mistake? That's what you're calling it?" I nodded slowly, ashamed. "I know I lied. I betrayed your trust. But please, can we just talk?" Daniel stepped forward, his face unreadable. "You didn't just lie, Lila. You looked me in the eye every day and pretended nothing was wrong. You made me feel invisible." I opened my mouth, but no words came. Everything he said was true. And then, like a punch I didn't see coming, he added, "You're not the only one who's been hiding something." Blink. "What?" His voice was flat now. "Her name's Vanessa. We've been seeing each other for a while." The breath caught in my lungs. "For how long?" "A few months," he said, a bitter smile tugging at his lips. "Eventually, I stopped waiting for you to notice I was even here. You were always at work. Always with Evan. I needed to feel like I still mattered to someone." The words sliced through me, raw and brutal. I had been so wrapped up in my own escape, my own guilt, I hadn't even noticed Daniel slipping away. "Daniel, I didn't know you felt that way." "No, you didn't. And that's the problem." We stood in silence, the weight of everything we'd broken filling the space between us. All the trust, the years, the love we once clung to. It was all buried under betrayal, resentment, and silence. What happens now?" I whispered. He sighed and ran a hand through his hair, looking more tired than angry. "I don't know. Maybe we both need space. Time to figure out if there's even anything left to save." I nodded, tears sliding freely down my cheeks. "I understand." Daniel didn't say another word. He just turned and walked out of the kitchen, leaving me behind in the stillness, with nothing but the echo of everything we had destroyed.